What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. So the battle at the Vancouver Pro has officially come to an end. Of the 6 competitors in the men's open lineup, Hassan Mostafa secures the victory and the Olympia qualification. Hassan has continued to battle through 2 very close and even controversial decisions at the Toronto Pro and at the Orlando Pro. There's a lot of competitors out there that say second place is even worse than third, but Hassan did show up here at his all-time best. For the second season in a row, Hassan Mostafa qualifies for the Olympia, and you can bet there's no way he's going to miss out on the Olympia this year. So the placings broke down like this. In 6th place, you had Aaron Gali. In 5th, Morgan McDonald. In 4th place, we had Prince Boebang. In 3rd, we had Nasty Nate Spear. And the top 2 came down to Stanimal, Stan DeLongo, and Hassan. So looking at 6th place here, Aaron Gali, this was not a competitor that I was familiar with before this competition. I think he just needs to bring more conditioning and needs more overall muscle. His structure overall isn't too bad. I think when he fills out that frame a bit more and he nails his peak, he'll be more competitive at the pro level. Morgan McDonald took home a top 5 finish here in Vancouver, and this was Morgan's 3rd show so far this season, if I'm not mistaken. He showed up here, I think, at his best yet this season, but it's been a long grind for Morgan. He's been on prep for quite a while now, and I think hitting a good rebound and taking a break to recover is really going to do him a world of good. He's a tall competitor, but if he can fill out that frame, he'll be able to push for top 5 spots in even more competitive shows out there. Prince Boebang takes home 4th place, and what we saw leading up to the show is pretty much exactly what we saw on stage. Prince is an extremely impressive bodybuilder through the upper body. He's got round muscle bellies, much like Phil Heath does, honestly. He was all in all pretty well conditioned, but the size of his legs really hold him back from bodybuilding greatness. When he brings up the quads and maybe more overall size as well, you'll see Prince at the Olympia. But for now, congrats on 4th place, and especially after taking a fair few seasons off from competing. Now, in 3rd place, we had Nate Spear, and I think it was a pretty good battle between Nate and Stanimal here. I think at the end of the day, Stanimal had better conditioning overall, especially in the side leg. You can really see the difference in conditioning there. Nate had great balance. He's got a great set of biceps, really good X-frame, but he did look just a little bit washed out on stage. Maybe it looked different in person, but Stanimal did look like he just had that hard, grainy look, and I think that's what landed him in 2nd place just above Nate Spear. But you know, it was a closer battle than we thought between the 1st place and the 2nd place guy here. Although Hassan showed up at his best, without a doubt, we saw the best version of Stanimal this weekend as well. If I was to guess, I would say he was just a bit harder at prejudging, but you know, Stan definitely was the best conditioned athlete of all the competitors. To go from men's physique to classic physique, to finishing 2nd in an open lineup, I mean, you just can't help but be impressed by that. So a well-deserved 2nd place finish here, 3rd place goes to Nate Spear, and congrats to both of these competitors. Now before we wrap this video up, let's just discuss Hassan for a second here. Like I said, this was the best we have ever seen from Hassan. No, he wasn't as shredded as he was at the Orlando Pro in 2022, but it was the most overall balance that we have ever seen from Hassan, and it was certainly more than enough to win here in Vancouver. Hassan was light years ahead of everyone in the size department. He was thick and detailed from the back, although I would have liked to see the hamstring detail pop a bit more. He seemed like he kept relatively good control of his midsection here as well. But it's like I said in my prejudging wrap-up, you guys. Hassan deserved this victory, and Hassan deserves to be on that Olympia stage. Now, how well will he do at the Olympia? Well, he'll have to be a hell of a lot sharper at the Olympia than he was at Vancouver, frankly. It was enough to win here without question, but after 3 shows working together, Hassan and Chad Nichols seem to be figuring it all out. So look, that's a wrap on the Vancouver Pro, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the coverage. Congrats again to Hassan Mostafa on punching his ticket to the Olympia. Next up is the Chicago Pro next weekend. Stay tuned, I'll have all the coverage for you guys right here. Thank you for tuning into EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.